Welcome back to News 3 today at 11. The Front Porch is a community-based risk reduction initiative where youth and families gather. Since its inception, it's served more than 1,900 children through assessments and case management and welcomed nearly 6,000 individuals to family-centered events and programs. This week, you are invited to join them for their fall open house to learn more about their mission, their vision, and their impact. Danica Rubenstein is the agency's executive director. Shaughnessy Cargill is the family engagement and activities coordinator. They join us now with more. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us. Good morning.
Now that I'm done with that long introduction, I'll let you do the talking. So let's talk about the agency, because you opened your doors 7 years ago in the fall of 2018. Tell me what was going on then and why this was a good move.
Well, it was opened. It was a venture with the Annie Casey Foundation, the county, the city, local organizations got together as a diversion intervention to keep youth out of the judicial system. Yeah,
so it's kind of a proactive way of dealing with some of the things that are going on in our community, as opposed to a reactive way of, you know, when kids get in trouble and the things that happen.
Try to get things started as soon as possible, as soon as you start to see little red flags or issues coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's figure out a plan.
So tell us about what you do and why.
The main thing we're trying to do is get resources to families that are going to help their kids thrive, physically, mentally, socially, academically. A school may notice some deficits, a mom or dad, a grandparent may notice those deficits, a coach may notice this kid's struggling, not just because they're getting in trouble, but you can just tell things aren't going well for them. Maybe their mental health is a concern, or their grades are dropping, or there's other things. And so let's figure out a plan as soon as possible. So we want those families to come to us. We want to get those referrals in so we can sit down and come up with a plan. Free program, but it's all about getting resources to kids as soon as possible, so hopefully they don't end up making bad decisions or getting into situations or getting incarcerated or having an involvement with juvenile court. That's kind of one of the big ideas. But any kid can benefit.
Any kid can benefit. So when families get involved, let's talk about the impact that you've had. I mentioned, you know, some numbers in your introduction, but let's talk about how you've managed to make a difference in our community.
Well, we see these kids as they come through in these families at the beginning, and we do assessments at the center, at the Front Porch, and then we find the gaps in services, and then we refer those out to the appropriate resources in the community, be it educational, tutoring, mental health, counseling, pro-socials, basic needs. So we're looking for those gaps that can help build successful futures.
Now, you mentioned the Annie M. Casey Foundation. Tell us about that organization and the partnership that you have.
Well, the Annie Casey Foundation, we were part of their SMART goals in 2018 when this was created. They recently just came back and they filmed did a film on the Front Porch and put us in as part of their commercial and campaign. They will be back for our event, but they work with communities to serve children for successful impact and futures.
Now, Shaughnessy, you are the activities coordinator and family engagement and activities coordinator.
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that.
Tell us about your job and what you do specifically.
Part of it is to engage the families that do come in, and some of that's through after-school tutoring.
Okay.
A lot of our programs that they're involved with are outside of our building. We're connecting them to resources. But we do some in building too. Then the other part is to get out into the community and make sure they know this is a resource. We don't want this just to be labeled as at risk. People think of a lot of different reasons of what at risk could mean. If a kid is at risk, it could just mean that they're getting into behaviors that could lead them to dropping out early from school or getting in trouble with law enforcement or mental health concerns, whatever it might be. But we got to educate the community to know that, yes, it's that child who may be getting into trouble. We want to see them. It's also the child whose parents just got divorced.
Yeah.
The kid may not be getting into risky behaviors yet, but you can tell things aren't going too well. So let's go ahead and see what could be needed. Maybe hooking them up with a counselor or a mentor now is going to pay huge dividends as life goes on. So part of my role is to get out into the community to make sure they know, here's what we do, here's who it's for, we want to talk to churches, to community rec centers, to Rotary clubs, to whoever it may be. And the open house is a good chance to bring those people, whoever it is, come check out and see what we do.
Listen, you took the words right out of my mouth, because here's the information on the Founders Day Fall Open House. It's this Thursday, November 6th, from 11 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon at the Front Porch. They're located on Abercorn Street. The mayor will be there. Chatham County Commissioner Chester Ellis will be there, chairman, and also folks from the Annie Casey Foundation.
Community, our neighbors, our commissioners, but yes.
We need people from Tybee, from Port Wentworth, from all around Chatham County to come and check it out. Not just officials, those are great too, but also residents, other nonprofits, churches who may want to collaborate and do work together. All that. It's come and go. You don't have to come from 11 to 1:30 the whole time.
Yes, but you can come and see what you're about.
You can come check it out,
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you'd like more information on this program and to see this interview again anytime, you can go to our website at wsav.com/community corner. We appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.